and he was doing so good, and he was fishing every day, and he was sending us pictures of all the big bass and catfish that he was catching, and we would go see him and stuff, and we were just happy because I hated him being there, but it was changing him for the better. It got him away from the environment of public school, which I truly believe is where kids kind of find these negative things. I'm not a huge fan of public school, and it's hard because like a lot of parents don't have a choice,
Mm-hmm.
and we truly wanted Christian to. We really wanted to find something to help him to get him on the right path, to steer him in the right direction for the rest of his life. And if that meant we had to sacrifice a year of his life to send him to this program to do that, then in the long run, 1 year would have been nothing. It'd been 1 year of his life that we did that. It helped, and then he had a great life for the next like 50 years, 60 years. And unfortunately, on Halloween night of 2025, he was out on a Polaris, a side by side, a UTV, and we don't know because the house parent that was with him passed away on scene, but they had hit a tree. They struck a tree, and Christian sustained two broken legs. He broke his right leg in two places. He pretty much broke every bone in his face, and he suffered from several skull fractures. And one of the skull fractures was a really bad one that exposed his brain, and it took him about an hour to get help. And so I can't really go into the details of the accident because of some legal stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
he suffered tremendous head trauma. He was airlifted to the hospital on Halloween night of 2025, and he spent 5 days in the pediatric ICU. And on the fifth day, he passed away from. They couldn't control the swelling to his brain. So what happened is called a herniation, where the swing, but where the brain swells to the point to where it has nowhere else to go. It has to push out, and when it does, it ruptured and broke the brainstem, which left him basically brain dead with no brain activity. Uh, we had put Christian in an induced coma as a last ditch hope to stop all brain activity and hope that that would help with the swelling. At that time, the doctors had done everything they could to try to prevent the brain from swelling anymore. And the last ditch effort was to put him in an induced coma. You shut off all brain activity. Therefore, there's no stimulation at all to his brain, and in hopes that that will kind of settle the swelling. And unfortunately, that didn't work. The brain continued to swell. He herniated, but he was on life support due to the coma that we put him in. And so after he herniated, we knew that he had no brain activity. So then we had to make the decision to take him off life support, and where we knew that he was going to pass away. So we were blessed to be there um, and hold him as he took his last breath. Um, and so yeah, and so those 5 days in the hospital was where my faith really kind of started. And again, it's sad to say it started when I needed God the most.
Yeah.
But, unfortunately, Christian saved me because he brought me back to God.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it had to be at the sacrifice of his life.
Man, I'm so sorry, bro. I can't even imagine. Um, you're right though. He did bring you he did bring you back to God, in his own way. And phew, I just man,
And it was
you were strong, dude. I mean, you were just to be able to share that story. I'll be honest, man. I've been trying to like prep myself for this, and yeah, that's I don't, man. That is just I'm so sorry, man.
I appreciate it.